Good evening, students. And now today we will start the sum of arithmetic progression. Sum of, in short, we call it an AP. Sum of an AP. So first we derive the formula for an AP. Sum of an AP. We consider an AP as A, which is the first term, and then a difference D is added, which is called common difference. This constant which is added again and again to form an AP is called the common difference. And we also know that the nth term of an AP is obtained by the formula A plus n minus 1 into D. So if this AP has n terms and sum to these n terms of the AP is if denoted by Sn. Sn means sum of n terms. So we can write it in series form. We know that whenever an AP is written in summation form, it is called a series. So A plus 2D. Second term is A plus D. Third term is A plus 2D. Fourth term A plus 3D. And so on. The nth term is A plus n minus 1 into D. So, to find the sum, we always keep a very important property of an AP in our mind, that for an AP, the sum of first term, remember always, sum of first term, if we write it as T1, and nth term, if you find it, what will be the value? Sum of first term is A, and sorry, nth term. Sum of first term and the nth term, not the second term. Nth term is A plus n minus 1 into D. So if you add them, A plus A, it is 2A, plus n minus 1 into D. Now if you write the sum of second term from the beginning, which is what? A plus D. And second term from the end. So can you think about it? What will be the second term from the end? Second term from the end means n minus 1th term. So what will be the value of n minus 1th term? What should be the expression? So think about the second term from the end. Second term from the end means n minus 1th term. So in place of n, if we write n minus 1 in the formula, so n minus 1 will be the coefficient of D, that is A plus n minus 2 into D will be the n minus 1th term, that is the second term from the end, which we have not written. This is the position just before A plus n minus 1, like after A plus 1D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, A plus 4D. So if we think, what is the term before A plus 4D? In place of 4, it is 4 minus 1, 3. What is the term just before A plus 3D? 3 minus 1, 2. This is A plus 2D. Similarly, the term before A plus n minus 1D is n minus 1 minus 1. That is A plus n minus 2 into D. We can think with this method also. And now if we add them, A plus A, 2A plus. Now if you take D common from these two. So 1 from the first and n minus 2 from the next. 2A plus this D we have written after the bracket. So 1 plus n minus 2 is n minus 1 into D. So again the result is same. The sum of first term and the last term equals to the sum of second term and the second last term. Is that clear to everyone? And now if we add the third term from the beginning and third term from the end. Achha, can you tell me what will be the third term from the beginning? We represent it by T3. It is A plus 3 minus 1D, that is A plus 2D. And if we write third term from the end, means which term? nth term is the last term, it is a plus n minus 1d. N minus 1th term is the second last term, it is a plus n minus 2 into d. And third term from the end means n minus 2th term. So it is a plus n minus 2 minus 1, that is n minus 3d. And when we add the third term from the beginning to the third term from the end, we get a plus 2d plus a plus n minus 3d. Now a plus a, 2a, plus when we take d common, it is 2 plus n minus 3 into d, that is 2a plus n minus 1 into d again. So it is very clear that the sum of first term and the last term equals to the sum of second term and the second term from the end equals to third term, sum of third term and the third term from the end. So we will keep this general rule while calculating the sum of n terms of an AP. Now write again, first term a, second term a plus d, third term a plus 2d, fourth term a plus 3d, nth term a plus n minus 1 into d. While you are writing in your notebook, try to write this whole line on the same line. And second last term from the end, a plus n minus 2 into d. The third term from the end is a plus n minus 3 into d. We cannot write all, as n is unknown. N is unknown. Now we write the same series in reverse order. So the last term is a plus n minus 1 into d. Second last term is a plus n minus 2 into d, plus third term from the end becomes the third term from the beginning, n minus 3d. And now if we continue, the third term from the beginning, a plus 2d, will become third term from the end. Second term from the beginning, a plus d, becomes the second term from the end. And first term from the beginning becomes the last term. And their sum will remain the same. Why? As they are the same APs. We have only changed their order. In first step, it is written from the first term, second term, third term up to nth term. Now in second, we have written the last term, then second last, then third last, then third, second, and first, and so on. Means only order is different, but sum will be same. If anyone has doubt, he or she can write directly into comment box. I will answer all your queries. First term is a, second term is a plus d, third term is a plus 2d, fourth term is a plus 3d, third term from the end a plus n minus 3d, second term from the end a plus n minus 2d, last term from the end a plus n minus 1 into d, means first term from the end we can say. Now Sn equals to a plus n minus 1 d is the last term, which can be written as first term. Then second term from the end a plus n minus 2d becomes the second term. Third term from the end a plus n minus 3 into d becomes the third term. Third term from the beginning becomes a plus 2d. Second term from the beginning becomes second term a plus d. And first term becomes the last term. Now we will add these two equations. So Sn plus Sn. This Sn plus this Sn will be 2Sn. And we know that first term from the beginning and first term from the end. We have already discussed that first term from the beginning and first term from the end have the sum 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Similarly, second term from the beginning 2a and second term from the end 3n minus 1 have the sum again 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So we again write 2a plus n minus 1 into d. We already have proved third term from the beginning and third term from the end, that is tn minus 2 has again the sum 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So write it again. means each one of them, each pair is giving the same sum till the end. Third term from the end and the third term from the beginning, these are also the same. Will again give the same result, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Second term from the end and second term from the beginning will give the same result, and second term from the beginning and second term from the end. So it is again 2a plus n minus 1 into d. And again 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So as this series has n terms, a1, a2, a3 and so on up to n terms, means we have added n terms together. It means this 2a plus n minus d plus 2a plus n minus 1 into d, 2a plus n minus 1 into d, 2a plus n minus 1 into d, 2a plus n minus 1 into d is repeated n times. Is that clear to you? So it means 2 into Sn equals to n into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now if we transfer this 2 to the right hand side, it is giving Sn equals to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So this is one of the important formula which is used to find the sum to n terms of an AP. Formula for sum to n terms of an AP. And its derivation is also asked in many subjective exams, mostly in board exams, if it is in course of boards. Okay. So sum to n terms. And similarly, we have also proved that this 2a plus n minus 1 into d is also equal to the sum of first term and the last term. So there may be one more formula, Sn equals to n by 2 into first term plus nth term. So there are two formulas to represent the sum of n terms of an AP. N by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d, and if we know the first term and the last term, we use the formula Sn equals to n by 2 into a1 plus an. And sometimes the last term is denoted by L. So we write a plus L as first term is denoted by a. So this is the third formula for finding the sum to n terms of an AP. So revise this derivation again and again. It is mostly asked in exams. Remember. So prepare it in next session. In next class, we will discuss the sums related to the sum of an AP. So first prepare this and learn it.